What's up, everybody? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. I'm back at it again with another live stream. I want to give a special shout out to all my YouTube community that has been reaching out to me and working collectively to uplift this platform. Big shout outs to the customers at AfricanSuperstar.com. Go head over and get your Proud Pan African, your Black Love or Stay Single, your African Superstar logo merchandise today. www.theafricansuperstar.com. It's also scrolling across the bottom of your screen. Also, special shout outs to all my moderators here, represented by the wrench next to their name. Please be on code, guys. When you come into the chat room, make sure you hit the likes and make sure you get it popping. Today's topic is Africa is the place where the Black man can experience the most freedom. So this is what I'm going to talk about tonight. This is obviously one of the most prime reasons why I chose to to position myself here to the continent, because I realized that in certain environments, I have just limited freedom. And if you think that perhaps education, or you think perhaps money or status or notoriety can help you supersede those barriers in the West, you are wrong. You are false. I like to keep highlighting that the richest Black man in the world lives here in Africa. Okay, Mr. Dangote living in Nigeria. That should be an example that all of us can see, is that the prosperity is available to us in our homeland, and it's suitable for us to also reside in and continue to build our family networks. When I was growing up in America, big shout out to my folks back there in Columbus, Ohio. That's my hometown. That's where I'm born and raised. And I did all my education in Ohio as well. When I grew up, I thought I was under the premise, like many other, foreigners and, a lot of other people that are raised in the West. You believe that you can work yourself up the ladder. You believe that if you invest time, if you invest, inside of yourself, if you make yourself more marketable, you get more education, you do all these certain things, you believe in your mind, or at least this is how we're groomed and programmed, that you can actually escalate in life. Okay. And that's definitely what I thought. Actually, growing up, I thought, I had very little pity for many of, my brothers and sisters that were not doing great in life, that were not doing well. I thought to myself, well, they're just not applying themselves. A lot of, I'd say, middle to upper class Black people that are growing up in a certain way, that might be how they look at their counterparts. They look at their counterparts as like, hey, we're not doing much. We're not achieving much. Why don't we have this? And why don't we have that? And they have this and they have that. It took me actually working in the corporate environment to realize systematic racism. Okay. And I began to understand and see it at a different perspective, that, oh, wow, this is actually, things are actually put into place systematically to prohibit the upward mobility of my people. And that is irrespective of your education levels, irrespective of how much money you have, irrespective of how sophisticated and well-spoken you are, and all those things. None of those things can help you overcome the glass ceiling, is what it is known as. And basically, it's the invisible ceiling that is put over our heads to prevent us from getting beyond and actually achieving our top goals. With things being the way they are, it is an irrefutable fact that the continent boasts the most freedom for a Black man in the world. Now, I always, I try to be balanced in the things that I say. By no means is a continent a perfect place. Can you also be penetrated here? Absolutely. Can you be destabilized here? Yes. But it's all about probabilities. Okay, I don't know if we have anybody who's mathematical in this room. Life is all about statistics, and life is all about choices, and life is all about probabilities. Okay, so let me give you this example. Big shout out to the African Superstar family, guys. I hope if you're here, you're hitting the likes. Go ahead and be on code, be in the chat. let me see you and engage in our conversation today. Let me just give you a scenario. Okay. So let's say you, you go to, tomorrow's my beach day. So let's say you go to the beach. Okay. Now here in Ghana, as far as I'm aware, they don't have sharks in these beaches around here or anything like that. But I do know they have them in California, for instance. They have them in some places in the Pacific, Ocean and all that stuff. So let's say I don't ever want to get eaten by a shark, okay? Which I don't ever want to get eaten by a shark, all right? Now, the sharks are in certain places, okay, that we know. There are certain oceans or, whatever that we know. Hey, there's shark warnings. There's, be careful. Somebody else has been attacked over here, or there's been incidents in this area a lot or whatever. Now, let's just say I decide I want to go swim at the beach where there's sharks around. My probability of being eaten or attacked by a shark has just skyrocketed exponentially because I'm in the environment where they are. Actually, a statistic for those of you in America, you should know that it may have increased, but I'd say 2 years ago, the statistic was that you are 25 more times likely to be a victim of gun violence when you live in America. 25 times more likely than anybody else in the world to become a casualty to gun violence. Which means when your African superstar got on a plane and moved to the UK, I reduced my probability of being a victim of gun violence by 25%. So when we talk about the continent and we talk about, the safety that is afforded to Black men and women here, it's about probability. It's about choices. It's about being in an environment that is more conducive for your success. All right. It's an irrefutable fact. Nobody can argue with me. Okay. As someone who is now living in my third continent, I think I can speak about this. There is going to be no place in the world, and I think those of us as Africans, we need to gravitate away from the mentality that we're going to be more productive in foreign lands than our homeland. We need to gravitate away from that. Because if you think about it, it really doesn't make sense. And like I often say, an animal is the strongest in their own habitat. Okay? I like to parallel life a lot to nature. I look at nature and animals and things like that as to how they operate and in ways that we can also derive successful mentalities in our world. Okay? Now, this is the first trivia question for those of you there. We have over 10 of you in the chat room currently, so please do engage, guys. Also, moderators, anybody with a wrench next to their name, please let me know the like count, okay? So the first trivia question is, and I have asked this in the past, so if you didn't know then, maybe you know now, go ahead and jump on this question. What are some things that happen to animals when they leave their natural habitat? What happens to animals when they leave their natural habitat? Big shout outs to the African superstar family. I'm gonna go ahead and kick off the shout outs, okay? So if you're here and want to be greeted, leave me something in the chat. And I just asked the first trivia question. What are some things that happens to animals when they leave their natural habitat? Okay. Big shout outs to Ingrid representing from Orlando. Big shout outs to the African superstar family. Guys, thank you for finding me on the new channel. Please make sure you subscribe, but I reckon most of you guys are subscribed. That's how you got the notifications to know that I'm here. But if not, please make sure you do that. All right. What's up, Iman? Big shout outs. What's up? What's up? Hi, lovely. I'm not aware of that because when I came in September, I had a one-way ticket to Ghana. I don't know if something has been updated. I mean, there's ways around that. Obviously, if you happen to be coming to Ghana to stay, you may have to purchase the round trip and just not go back. I mean, you didn't hear that from me, but I mean, obviously, that is a way around it. If you're not able to actually purchase the one-way ticket. But I'm sorry, Lovely, I'm not updated on what may be, what the current, what the current circumstance is. Okay. Prince Ayoko, what's up, brother? Thank you for stopping by. How are you? Love and Nija, what's up, sweetheart? Big shout outs. My email is scrolling across the screen. Lovely. It is africansuperstar@gmail.com. Okay, so go ahead and reach out to me there if you have any questions that you cannot put in this chat room. All right, so I did ask the first trivia question, and I'm doing shout outs. I'm getting ready to get it. All right. Okay, good. Thanks, Levin. Nija is doing her job moderating. Okay, so we have some answers here for the first trivia question, which is what happens to animals when they leave their natural habitat? Okay, because what I'm going to do is tie this into what we experience. What we experience in habitats that's not our indigenous homeland. Okay, and these are some examples. The same things that happen to us, in a sense, happen to animals in nature. And that's how we have to know that we're stronger in our habitat, our original habitat, than we are in any foreign land. Okay, so Ingrid points out they get killed. So this could be, if we're talking about animals, we can talk about them being hunted, certainly if there's some kind of animal, there's some land and sea animals. So let's say, they can hide in the sea pretty well. They come out to land for some reason. They can get hunted, this and that and the other. Okay. Now, certainly Black people are being killed in an insurmountable proportion in the West, most specifically in America. Okay. Blacks are dying all the time in routine encounters in all kinds of situations just because why? Because they're outnumbered. Okay. If you look at nature, you see that animals run with their own species. Okay. You can look at those safari movies. You see all the giraffes together. You see all the zebras together. You see a school of fish in the sea. You see the same kind of fish, the goldfish moving around. It's quite fascinating. You see the birds in the sky. They fly together in formations. Okay. We don't want to get it. We want to be a giraffe rolling around with lions and wonder why we're getting preyed upon, why we feel alienated, why we're not successful, why we can't procreate. We're not with our own kind. We want to do some kind of deviation from nature and wonder why we're having all these pitfalls at the end of the day. Good point. Big shout outs to you guys. Hazel says they're lost. I think that's going with my trivia question. Exactly. So when you happen to be in your habitat, maybe, if we're talking about animals, maybe you can follow the herd where you need to go. You look at cattle, you look at sheep. Again, another example, they all walk together in a group wherever they're going. Okay. What if you separate from the group and you can't figure out where you are? We certainly can look at many people from the diaspora and they are very, very lost in regards to identity, in regards to direction in life, in regards to confidence, in regards to what they should be doing in life. They don't even know. So there's several elements to what Hazel has pointed out, but absolutely. Amon points out they get sick. Absolutely. When you are in your natural habitat, you're stronger, you're healthier, you have access to maybe your diet. Big shout outs to any African migrants that have moved out to the West. I know when I went to, when I was in the UK, I was staying in a very non-diverse area, okay? Where I was staying, there were very, very few Black people in the area. And I remember one day I wanted some shito. Okay, shout outs to my Ghana folk. Y'all know shito is a spicy pepper that we eat with basically everything here. Okay, we eat it with eggs in the morning. We eat it with rice. We eat it with fish. We eat it with beef. We eat it. It's in everything. Okay, and I had a craving for Shito. There wasn't even an African market. Okay, there was nowhere for me to get it. The only way would have been for me to prepare it. Okay, and I was like, I'm only going to be here a little while. It's not, I'm not going to go through all that hassle. So the point is, when you're outside, you don't have access to the things that are in your homeland that keep you nourished and keep you strong. Another thing I love about the homeland is the fruits. The fruits are amazing here, okay? They are fragrant. They are sweet. I mean, the mangoes, it's mango season here in Ghana, and the mangoes are like, they're so succulent. They're so soft. You put in your mouth, it just melts in your mouth. It's absolutely delicious. I got offered a mango in the UK. I said, I'm not about to play myself and try to eat that thing. Shout outs to any Africans that went to America or went to the UK, and the first time you had some fruit out there, you was probably like, what is this? You saw a pineapple. It looked like a pineapple, but it had no taste. You tried a watermelon. No, negative. You tried an apple. You tried a mango, and it was like, what is this? There's no taste to it. Okay? We're not, and guys, look, I'm telling you, all you got to do is parallel human life with nature. Okay? So when we aren't getting properly nourished, that creates a host of other problems. We look at the rate of illness, for instance, in America, right? They're supposed to have all this medicine and all this medical science and the best medical facilities around the world. You see the Americans have a problem with obesity. They're having heart disease. They experience infertility. All these diseases, it all has to do with your health, okay, what you're eating, your level of stress. I could go on and on and on with this point in mind. Excellent. Very, very good point. Big shout outs. Welcome to the family, lovely. Make sure you share this video with your friends and let them know about my new platform. Big shout outs. What's up? What's up? What's up? Prince Ayoko says it's the toughest that survive in the wildlife conservation. That's a good point. And what that results in is people that maybe aren't that strong, they're going to die. They're not going to be able to adapt to a different environment. And what that means for the people that do adapt is they become hardened. They get jaded. They go through some kind of experiences that kind of takes away their innocence and makes them become something else. Okay, see, when they were in their homeland, and a lot of you guys can definitely attest. African migrants, when you were in your homeland, you were very naive about a lot of things. You were very innocent about a lot of things. You hadn't been exposed to a lot of things. When you came to America, you went to England, you went to Germany, you got exposed to a lot more things. There was more imminent danger. You had to be careful all the time. And it changed you. Because either you had to adapt or you were going to flounder in that situation. Very good point, Prince Ayoko. Thank you so much. I hope that's not right. Y'all better get these likes up, please. What's up, Antoinette? Big shout outs to Antoinette from Canada. I see you there, sweetheart. Thank you so much for coming in. Big shout outs. What's up? African Superstar family, if you're here, let me hear from you. Hazel is in Texas. Yes, yes, yes. What's up? What's up? What's up? Ingrid, I will add moderators after this show because I need to definitely. I have to put all my moderators back. So as you guys come on the live streams, I'm able to add you back. So I will certainly do that, Ingrid. What's up? What's up? What's up? Big shout outs. What's up? All right. So the first trivia question, again, hey, Ms. Bulma, welcome to the platform. Good to see you, sweetie. What's up? Yes. So we talked about, the first trivia question was, What are some things that happen to animals when they leave their natural habitat? And this is something that we as Blacks, especially those of us in the diaspora, we don't entertain, that a lot of the things that we're going through and the fact that life is so difficult and tumultuous has to do with the fact that we're not in our homeland. Okay? Things are easier here in many, many ways for those of us that have returned. You know, a lot of the day-to-day stress that we were forced with, the racism, the fear, the imminent danger, and all that stuff. I mean, it's not really a prominent element here. We have our problems certainly, but I would say on most days, you float through the days without incident. You know, you're having pleasant interactions with people in your community versus constantly being triggered all the time. If you're not triggered in your personal life in the West, you're triggered by situations that have occurred. You know, I've been seeing on social media, you know, I think this George Floyd situation is currently at the courts or whatever, and people are getting frustrated about the George Floyd situation. You know, or when you watch television, you see things that have happened to other Black people, or you see things that have happened in your neighborhood, and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's concerning. We don't stop to think, I'm not in the right place, and that's why I'm going through this. You wonder why, you know, one of the biggest things I was always concerned with when I was growing up is the double standards, because I went to a predominantly white school, and they would get away with murder, and I couldn't get away with nothing. And now I realize, I'm like, yeah, you guys got preferential treatment. No wonder. You see, when we cry, nobody cares. When they cry, things happen. Changes get made. I've seen a lot of these crime shows and stuff like that. And after, you know, some white person, fill in the blank, has had an incident, all of a sudden they're amending the law. And they're changing this and that to accommodate these folks. Let me just make you aware that we also get preferential treatment here on the continent. Why? Because it's our homeland. You see, when we are in the West, they don't see us as anything. Okay? They don't see us as anything. That's why they don't have any sympathy for you whenever you get into a situation. Sometimes they can fire you, you know, when you're having a family crisis, when your child is sick and you miss work, when you're going through a divorce, you're emotionally, you know, challenged and all this stuff. They don't care. But see, when you're here on the continent, there's compassion. I've seen it. I remember one time I was leaving South Africa. I was leaving Johannesburg to come here to Accra. All right. And I remember when I got to the airport, my bag was like maybe 1 or 2 kilos over the amount. You know, I think at that time it was like 23 kilos. Big shout out, Erica. What's up, family? What's up? Good to see you, African Superstar family. I appreciate you for being here today. Make sure you guys hit the likes, okay? So anyway, I was at the airport and I remember it was 1 kilo. Now, if I was in England or if I was in America, they were going to hit me with that whatever $50 fee for the 1 kilo. Period. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They're not going to be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to let it slide. You're just 1 kilo over. No, no, no. When I was in Johannesburg, the guy said, he was like, you know what? You're 1 kilo over, but you're really, really cute. So it's okay. Don't worry about it. Huh? Preferential treatment, fam. Preferential. Let me tell you, ladies, if you take, all you got to do is be cute here in Ghana. People will look after you. People will open doors for you. People will make things happen for you if you're an attractive woman. You know, if you're polite, if you're ladylike, things will happen. I remember another incident that happened last February here in Ghana. Okay, so I was on a holiday trip, and typically when I came for holidays, I would just wear kente like every day. I would wear African wear every day. So I had gone to the mall to meet up with some of my friends. Okay, this is a really funny story. Okay, you guys listening? You guys need to be listening. Are y'all listening? Let me see a number 2. Are y'all listening? I'm about to tell y'all a funny story. I'm waiting for a number 2. Then I'm gonna tell y'all my funny story. Big shout outs to the African Superstar family. I will update moderators, guys. So if you were a moderator previously, don't feel no type of way. I'm gonna get it fixed. All right, good. Y'all want to hear my funny story? Okay, so this one will be, this is gonna be funny for anybody who's been a long time viewer of our platform. You guys know about a little series called Love on the Continent. Well, the gentleman I was dating at the time, Joseph Mayer, celebrity photographer, I was in town, and normally I would always be home at a certain time. Okay. And he knew I would be home at a certain time. So he texted me and he said, "Hey, I'm on my way." And I wasn't there. I was at the mall chilling with my friends because I was trying to be funny. Right. So I had to hurry up and get my taxi to get back home so that I would be home because, he was always worried about, oh, you need to be home at a certain time, usually by sundown, he wanted me to be home. So anyway, so he texted me and I told my friends, I'm like, oh man, I gotta get home. Cause traffic here in Accra is like, so I'm like, oh man, if he gets there before me, I'm gonna have problems because I had told him I was home, cause it was my time to be home. So anyway, I call over the waiter real quick and I'm like, hey, can you bring me my bill? Cause shout outs to any of y'all that be here in Ghana or be here on the continent. The waiters, they can take their own sweet time bringing you the bill and stuff like that. So anyway, I said, hey, can you just bring me the bill? And he was like, oh my gosh, I love your dress. He was like, don't even worry about it. I'm going to take care of it. So there was like 5 of my friends there. And they was like, hey, are you going to take care of our bills too? And so basically, what I'm telling you these stories is to let y'all know preferential treatment. That kind of sounds like how the white girls get it in America, doesn't it? White girls, free drinks, white girls, this, that. Everybody bows down. Everybody opens the Red Sea for them. Why? Because that's their home. That's where they're supposed to be at. They're part of the majority over there. That's it. We get preferential treatment here. They mistreat our Black men in the West. They dog them out. Okay? They dog them out. The only connotation that a Black man can be acceptable in the West is an entertainment value. Okay? So when they're doing movies, that's fine. When they making music, that's cool. When they play basketball, it's all good. When they make you laugh, it's fine. When he wants to be a man, they got a problem with that. They got a problem with our men being masculine, being in control. If you don't believe me, just look at how they mistreated President Barack Obama. Irrespective of how you feel about him, he is a very classy, sophisticated gentleman. Okay, you never saw him lose his cool. You never saw him getting, shook up by the media. He always had a way of being able to communicate, make people laugh. Try to have a bipartisan avenue. Look, they dogged him out. Anytime any of these celebrities want to get political or want to get conscious, nobody takes them serious. Okay, the only context that we can be of value to them in the West is psychic. So this is how they always want it. This is how they always want it. Any of you guys that have friendships with them, this is how they want it. This is how they want it. They can't handle this and they can't handle that. They want it like this all the time. You see, here on the continent, Black men hold position. All right. So there's a respect. I mean, even when you see the brothers just talk to each other here, it's just respect. That's a man. You can't just mishandle him. You just can't, there is a hierarchy system, patriarchal, whatever you want to call it. But I'm telling you guys, and that's what this live is about. It's about, this is the place, this continent. If you're like me and you just want freedom, you want freedom, the continent is the place to be. You cannot capture the level of freedom I have here. No, in the West, you cannot. You can't. Even I couldn't capture it. I was constantly getting reprimanded, so I bounced on it and moved to the continent. I say what I want to say. Now I do what I want to do. Freedom. Freedom. Big shout outs. What's up, guys? Hi, Jerome. Big shout outs. What's up, family? What's up, Tino? I see you there. Big shout outs to Prince Ayoko representing the channel. All right. Ingrid is, backing me up here. In the West, you can only go so far. This is also a message to our continental Africans. Do you ever ask yourself why there's a limited amount of blacks? Like, yeah, I know you see the entertainers and I know you see the basketball players, but let me tell you, there's millions of blacks out in the diaspora. And for those that you see elevated, that is a very, very, very small proportion of our people. Do you ever sit back and ask yourself, what's going on? That the blacks are, they're marginalized. Do you ever ask yourself? There's a system in place. And when you move, when you leave your homeland, like I talked about earlier, when you leave your habitat, guess what? You're about to go into that environment too. Let me get a light count, guys, and I'll open up the call lines and hear your thoughts on this topic. Big shout outs, Jerome. I'm so happy to see so many members of the African Superstar family finding their way back to the platform. Let me get a light count, family, and then we can, if the light count is right, we're gonna open it up. Light count should be like what, 17. Let's say 17. Let me get a light count. If we're at 17, we open them up. Perfect. Excellent. Big shout outs. What's up? What's up? What's up, family? Okay, we're going to open the call lines. Okay, guys, so the rules are still the same. Okay, new channel, who this, but rules are still the same. Please stay on topic. All right, please be mindful of your time. Try to articulate your point. Okay, watch your language. And let's hear your topics on Africa is the place, for the black man, basically. This is the only place the black man can have ultimate freedom. We still have, there are laws of nature. We're going to have some pretenses no matter where we go. But hands down, this is it. This is it. If you want to have some kind of freedom in this world as a black person, then the continent is it. If you come here and you feel like, oh, the continent doesn't have the amenities that you're accustomed to or whatever, you have a couple options at that point. Okay, you can either begin to implement those things or find avenues to bring certain things to the continent, or you can be back over there and deal with your amenities, but lack of freedom and imminent danger. I can say definitively, I mean, and those of you guys watching my content, I basically got to Ghana and I acted all the way up. I will never forget, I had a conversation with a very dear friend of mine named African Tigress. Big shout out to African Tigress. And she, was promoting me to turn up the heat on my content when I was still in the UK. She's like, Gina, you're very appropriate, but there's certain topics that would be hot that you could try to tackle them. And I said, look, I'm here. I'm in this environment. It's not safe. I can't go beyond the line. Now that it came to Ghana, I'm just acting all the way up completely. What's up, Naturally Organic? Big shout outs. Because I'm free. We now have our first caller. Thank you, sir, for calling in. How are you today?
Hello, my sister.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
I'm very fine. Thank you.
How is
Welcome to my new platform.
Thank you, my sister. How is everything going on with you, with your holidays in Accra?
Yeah, we turning up. I'm going out, and right after this live stream, I got to get ready.
That's good. Sister Gina, there's one thing that I want to share with you in the African perspective. You see, in the African perspective, there's a lot of things that we have to handle, especially when we are, at this point in life, whereby you have to.
Oh, we had some technical difficulties. Hopefully he calls back in. T. Kelly, hi, sweetheart. Oh, I was just thinking about you today. T. Kelly sent me a Facebook message, and I wanted to remind her, but then I had already kind of knew in my heart that she had found a new platform. Big shout out to T. Kelly. Good to see you there. Guys, like I said, I'm going to update and get all the moderators put back. Okay, so just bear with me because, you know, I had to start over again. I know, T. Kelly, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it popping. I can't do it right now. Let me see. We gonna bring in Prince Ayoko, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can work this out. Prince Ayoko, you back?
Yes, I'm back, my sister. I was still sharing with you about, you know, what just went on. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. You see, in life, there are so many things that we have to go through as positive people and positive, you know, black people. What has happened to your channel is something that is not like surprise to me, because the most fortunate thing about we black people is that sometimes the good people doesn't have so much lovers. Oh, serious, I'm telling you. I'm a
It's
Ghanaian,
true.
I'm an
It's
African,
true.
and I know whatever is happening in the continent of Africa, you understand, as well as the black race. In the black race, the good person never have any kind of love. I'm telling you, trust me or
I
don't
know
trust me, I'm telling you. But look, focus on your purpose and your goals and your achievements, as well as what your dreams in life. Way back about a week or over a week ago, you were on a live stream, and I said, look, I truly believe that you were chosen by the ancestors to come and show the people to the right path. I never forget this comment. And
Yes, I
right after that
remember.
comment, I never commented on any one of your videos. But now look at what is happening. Look,
Well,
our ancestors has, you know, they have bypassed past this. Our ancestors has went through more than what you're going through right now. But the only thing
it's
that
true.
we at home, who are kind of, you know, feeling what you're going through, to support you is to just, you know, motivate you, inspire you, and to encourage you to go through life without any kind of problems. Though you still have problems, you would never live in life as a positive person without problems. There is never a person, even the richer people have problems. That doesn't have to do with money. But what I'm telling you is that stay focused, stay alert, and be careful and mindful of people who are coming into your life. I'm not saying this because of any kind of person who is coming into your life, but in the African perspective, it is said that eyes are watching, and then
Yes.
sometimes it is said that observers are worried. You understand? This platform, YouTube, that we all using to teach people, is a platform that is supposed to reunite all we black people into one place under one umbrella. But at the same time, a lot of people don't understand it, and they are using it as a division tool to divide
Yes.
us. It is only the focus, the wise, who understand what this platform is about. But one thing that has made me like what you're doing from day one up to date is that anything that you share, when I take my time and follow it into details, I see it. And the only conclusion that I have to come through is that, you know, they don't like what you're doing. They don't
Yes,
want
it's true.
what you're doing. Even
Yeah.
look, there are some people in your channel, look, who are laughing, smiling. Look, they don't like what you're doing. Look,
Yes.
my sister, the only thing that I have to tell you is that never fear to speak the truth to the people. Even when they put a sword on your throat to kill you, say your last truth and die. You understand?
I'm
Just leave
committed.
a
I'm
legacy.
committed to this journey.
Yes, just leave a
I'm
legacy.
committed.
To those who
Yeah,
don't
I'm committed.
understand you, they would never understand your journey. None of them will ever understand your journey. But it's so sad and pathetic that we blacks, our own brothers and sisters, is dealing with us in this way, in this kind of manner. It's sad. It's very, very sad and annoying and pathetic,
Yeah.
because we
I
are
mean,
all doing everything that we have to do to build the humanity, the black race, We don't demand anything from no one.
But you know, the thing is, I mean, I think for me, I felt that way to a point until this incident happened. And the tremendous outpouring from, you know, my platform as well as other YouTubers is phenomenal, you know, and it's very, very encouraging to me to know that, you know, there are others that obviously we know our enemies are a lot, you know, both close to home and far from home. But the alliance is powerful, you know, and is global. We see, like, even you know, so many of us would never have come in
My
contact
my
with each
my,
other if
my,
it
my
weren't for
sister
social media.
Bob Marley will tell you that the harder the battle, the sweeter Jah victory. You understand?
Yeah.
The harder the battle, the sweeter Jah victory. Look, never try to bring anyone down in life. Never do that. That's all I will tell everyone, not only you. Never try to do anything that will bring people down, but let their life bring them down. You understand? Let their own personal character, their own personal behavior, lifestyle bring them down. Even when you are good to people and they are not good to you, just continue to be good. At the end of the
They
battle,
they will
just
they'll
watch
get
your
what's
back
coming to
and
them.
laugh.
You know, they'll get what's coming to them. They'll get what's coming to them. I don't even need to be I always tell people I don't need to be the delegator of revenge because you'll
Exactly.
pay. You know, I
Exactly.
don't need to get involved. And I know for a fact,
Exactly.
maybe the people that are watching my channel that don't like it, they're probably already angry that I'm back like I never left. So, you know,
Exactly.
that's how
Exactly.
you
I understand
respond.
what you're saying. Look, I never knew that your channel was being taken out of YouTube until someone called me this morning, just this morning, and told me that,
Wow.
hey, the woman that you've been talking about me all the time, her channel has been took off YouTube. And I said, what is happening? I went and searched and I never got anything. So she shared with me about, this woman lives in the US. She's my wife's friend. And she said,
Okay.
you know what? And I said, no. She said she has a new channel. It's called the African Superstar Black.
Black.
And I said, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
If I had known that this has happened, I would have reached out to her and tell her that she should turn the name of the channel to the Great African Superstar.
Oh, you wanna make them really mad. You wanna make them really mad, Prince.
Let them get mad. Let them get mad because they can't succeed. Let them get mad. The Great
Oh,
African
that's a good one
Superstar.
though.
Serious. If I was the one, that's the name I would title the channel, the Great African Superstar. Yeah.
I
If you're not
actually love
satisfied
that.
with it,
I
come to my
actually
house and
love
kill me.
that. I love that.
Yeah. If when you are not satisfied with it, just come to my house and kill me. Yeah.
Oh,
What are
I
we
love
doing
it.
as black people? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? What are we really doing?
That is
If
brilliant.
when we
That's
are
brilliant.
brainwashed and become adults, don't I mean we have any kind of common sense to know that we were being brainwashed, and now we are on the right path? This is very simple and common understanding.
Yeah,
It's just like
I
when you
mean,
are
you know,
traveling.
we have to exercise SMP, Prince Ayoko, with our people. You know, many of us have become conscious, but you know, the effects of the brainwashing are totally evident because we have so many of our people that negate, you know, even the existence of the things that we're talking about, even though it's like right in front of their face, they don't see it. And you know, all we can do is what we do. And I choose to just see the positive. But I love that name. I love that name. I almost want to change the channel. See you fooling around.
Oh, serious. If I was the one, I would have been the Great African Superstar. When I use my name as an African superstar and you denied it, then I'll make it the great. Simple.
Thank you so much.
So thank you to you and everyone who is following.
Big shout outs to Prince Ayoko, man. Thank you so much. He said I need to change the channel to the Great African Superstar. That's gonna make him even more mad. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll tell you this, Prince Ayoko. When we hit that 25K, I'm gonna go ahead and convert the name because that name is so dope. I have to give it to you. That's a great name. I got delegated by royalty. Okay. One thing that I learned, for instance, when I went to Nigeria, when I was with Dynasty Amir, is the king actually gives people their names. You know, he would do like a naming ceremony, and he would give you a Nigerian name and give you the connotation of why he selected that name for you. So here on the continent, you know, African royalty can definitely impart that. So I appreciate that, Prince Ayoko. I love that name. It's excellent. So we're going to, you know, that's something to work forward to, because once we get to that point, we are going to go ahead and convert the name to the Great African Superstar. That is amazing. Thank you so, so much. And also for my YouTube community that's here, I can see Prince Ayoko actually shared my video on his community tab. I would ask officially my other YouTube family that you guys can utilize your community tab as well. And big shout outs to the person who actually reached out to Prince Ayoko. That means the word is getting out. Okay, that means the word is getting out that the new channel is here. People are communicating with their friends. That is really so refreshing to hear. And that's what a network is. That's exactly what a network is. You know, it's like, hey, did you hear this? Did you hear that? Hey, you know, this is excellent. This is actually, we can look at this kind of like a test run. Okay, we can look at my situation as a test run. Okay, and how do we communicate? How do we respond to one of our family members being attacked or being, you know, silenced or being removed? What do we do? What the family is doing is exactly what the family needs to do. Okay, and normally we see that, you know, gossip and drama, it ripples and spreads like wildfire, but in this case we're seeing it used in a very positive light. I'm going to be the eternal optimist when it comes to my people, because I see so much capability in us, and there's so many brilliant visionaries that are part of our community. And the reality is we don't really necessarily need lots of numbers. You know, I told you guys yesterday, when I sat down and thought of the platforms that I'm in contact with, or the platforms I can reach out to, hey, you know, let's do a collab, let's do a show. I came with off, you know, about 20. However, those 20 people have thousands of people at their disposal, which means I really have an audience with thousands, even through the network that I've created. Even though they shut my platform down, I'm just one person, but there's thousands of us, you understand? And that's very, very encouraging and powerful for me. I mean, you guys can probably see I have just been so invigorated throughout this week. I know that, like he said, we do say here in Ghana, the observers are worried. The observers are worried because their plan really didn't work out probably the way they thought. They're like, you know, I'm tired of African Superstar. I don't want to hear her no more. I don't want to see her videos. Bam, take this. Okay. So when you have a backup channel, then what? When you have a lot of audience with other people, guess what? Maybe you don't like my platform. What's it like when I show up on Walter Myers' platform? What's it like when I show up on Lady Visionary? What's it like when I show up on African Tigers? What's it like when I show up on Dynasty? Can you block all of us? See? And I always tell you guys, it pays to be family friendly. It pays to be a part of the community. Obviously, there's drawbacks. Obviously, people get on your nerves and all that kind of thing. But in my case, and definitely in this situation, it's such a huge asset to me. It's such a huge asset. Big shout outs, Naturally Organic. I see you say you just subscribed. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you. YouTube shut me down. Okay. I had a platform of over 11K. My channel got shut down a couple days ago, and this is my backup channel. And obviously a lot of people are getting the word. You know, people are calling up their friends. People are sharing the videos. People are sending the link. You guys are like street team, and you're doing your job. And I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And we have said it. We have so many positive things to look forward to. Okay. First of all, we get to 25K. The date is June 26th. That's my birthday, guys. So work with me. That's my birthday present. Okay. Y'all ask every year, African Superstar, what can we do? Obviously, you can shop at theafricansuperstar.com. Okay. Information scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You can share these videos. You can also participate in the Our Superstar Challenge, okay, which is a 2 to 3 minute video about how you love our platform, how you love our products on africansuperstar.com, why this platform is beneficial, okay? You send the video to me. I'm going to put it here on our channel. The video with the most views with the Our Superstar hashtag is going to win a $100 cash prize and a free backpack from the africansuperstar.com of their choice. Okay, so that is, we have all that stuff to look forward to on my birthday. Okay, big shout out to Evergreen. I see you there. So good to see you too. Thank you for coming. Yes, big shout out to the African Superstar family. You guys are fouling in. I'm so delighted. Big shout outs to my YouTube family represented in the building. Okay, I could take one more call if you guys want to get in on this topic, which the topic is the Black man has ultimate freedom here on the continent. Okay, you can argue with yourself if you don't agree. Okay, because it's irrefutable. There is no other place where a Black man or woman can be treated to their respect. I always tell y'all, Mr. Dangote, if you don't know Mr. Dangote, he is the world's richest Black man, and he lives here on the continent. Why doesn't he live in London? Why doesn't he live in New York City? Why is it? Why? Huh? He's not in Tokyo. He's not in Berlin. He's not in Paris. He's in Nigeria, his homeland. That's where he comes from. Why don't you guys take a page from that man's book? Huh? In the West, I could only be, as Mr. Madera put it on our last live stream, you can only be average at best in the West. That's all they're offering you. Okay, that's all they're offering you. So if you are an extraordinary kind of person, you're going to have to suppress that, that caliber to be able to stay in that environment. If you want to supersede that, you come home. I get to be the great African superstar here. I love that. Prince Ayoko, he fooled with that today. I don't even know why he brought that up. He said the great African superstar. Y'all heard it here first, okay? I didn't come up with the name. Prince Ayoko gave it to me. Woo! Okay, here in Ghana, I get to be the great African superstar. Okay, people show me so much love. All right, they show me more love in public than even I get online, and I get a lot of love online. And I realize that the detractors are there. I hope that you guys learn things from me. I hope that you learn how to conduct yourself. All right, when you become a force of nature, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to get along with you and everybody's going to approve. Matter of fact, you should anticipate the people that will not be on your side, and you should determine in your mind that they're not going to be a distraction to you. You can even just eliminate their validity altogether. Sometimes you see those people come on my platform and they want to argue. I've had people occasionally, not often, but call into the show and they want to be argumentative. And I just tell them, hey, look, you're entitled to your own opinion, but this is the direction of my platform. You see, because those people are not irrelevant. Don't give them breath. My haters wanted my platform shut down, right? That's what they worked together to do. The last thing they wanted me to do is come back here and become the great African superstar. So that's what we're going to do. And we take knowledge from the previous example and we become what? A hybrid. Okay, we become a mutant. We take on the information that we learned and we make life better. Okay, and that's precisely what I intend to do. That's precisely what I intend to do. And I'm going to enjoy the ride. Okay, I'm going to enjoy the ride. I'm going to enjoy, matter of fact, because y'all fooling. See, y'all fooling. We might even do, if I'm here in Ghana, obviously, I'll be here for my birthday. I might even do a naming ceremony for my damn self on my birthday. Huh? 25K. I get converted to the great African superstar. That is amazing. I am so tickled by that. I love it. Oh my gosh. Big shout out to the Africans. Woo! You guys are amazing. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I swear. What would be a YouTube platform without so many dynamic family members? You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. Well, guys, we had another fantastic live stream. Again, special shout outs. Prince Ayoko was our caller today. Big shout outs to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the African Superstar platform. Also, guys, don't forget to prepare and wear your prepare your submissions for the Our Superstar hashtag. We already have one person who sent in his video. Dark Spears video is already on the channel accumulating views. All right. So the completion date, like I said, is going to be June 26th. The sooner you get your video ready and the sooner you send it in, it goes on a platform and it can start accumulating views. Okay. And once you send it to me and I put it on the channel, I'll send you the link so you can share it with your friends. You can say, hey, I need y'all to share this video. I need y'all to watch it, because the winner is going to be, whoever has the most views on their video is going to be the winner of the $100 cash prize. I'll send it either Cash App or PayPal, whatever works for you. And I'll order a backpack. You'll tell me what style. I have it shipped to your house. Okay? All right. Big shout outs, guys. What's up, Frank? We wrapping up now, bro. You're late. You're going to have to catch the playback. Yeah, because y'all know it's Saturday night and I got to get ready for the evening. Huh? Okay. All right, family. I'll see you again very soon. Until you meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.